Oh, you already know what time it is. It's time for another Beast Hunters Deluxe. We're almost done with the ones that I just got recently, but I still have a few older ones to talk about. Let's just say Megatron's going to get a little sharky at some point. But this is a disc-launching Falcon Spear Wheeljack. I got this in an eBay lot along with RC and Bulkhead, courtesy of Jay Lively. Thank you very much for giving me the heads up about an awesome eBay listing where all three of these were only $75. You know, pretty much the price of modern deluxes, and I was definitely game for getting that. I'm really surprised I didn't get this guy back in 2013. I'm really surprised. Because just look at this guy. He looks so cool. He's so sharp and angular, and I mean, it's prime Wheeljack. He's already amazing. But I guess I didn't get it because it's not show accurate. I already have the show accurate one. But nowadays, I just love fun toys, and this looks super fun. Here's Wheeljack's data tech specs. Yeah, looking pretty all right. Series 204 on the back. It says, this tough-as-nails outer space adventurer is newly equipped with enhanced beast hunting gear. It says it up there. You can't see it. I'm not going to show you. You just have to trust me. A disc-launching Falcon Spear, sports car mode. That's a very interesting sports car. And I always have to mention it. I love seeing Look Out for Transformers Prime. I love that show. Definitely my favorite Transformers show by far. And I always have to point out the hub sticker. I miss the hub. I really do. What other shows are on the hub? I mentioned Dan Versus last time. Obviously, I rewatched, G1, Transformers Prime, original G.I. Joe. G.I. Joe Renegades was a really good show. That was really good. The hub didn't have a lot, though. It didn't have a ton. It had My Little Pony, for those that are interested in that. I'm not. Yeah, it's gone. It wasn't like Discovery Kids now. Rest in peace. I love the picture of Predaking on the side. It's obviously based off the Voyager class because you can see he's got his mouth open, right? But in the actual show, what looks like the top teeth are actually like his mandible jaws. So it makes very little sense when you look at it like that. We need a new Predaking. We do. I was hoping Legacy would give us one, but I doubt they will. All right. Let's open up this Wheeljack. Let's see what we got going on. All right. Out you come. Out you come. All right. So thankfully, I remembered my snippers this time. So I shouldn't have to wrestle with the box. I usually mention it whenever I get packages with these cardboard twisty ties. I miss these cardboard twisty ties. They're easier to cut. They're easier to clean. Better for the environment. Definitely miss them. Definitely wish Hasbro would bring them back more. They still use them from time to time, but they need to be used all of the time. I hate the plastic twisty ties. I feel like I'm killing the planet every time I open a new toy with those crappy plastic twisty ties. This guy is tied down, though. Oh my gosh. Every limb on the torso. This guy's tied down everywhere. Can I get the torso? Can I even get to that? That is... Can I tear it? It's almost done. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on out. Come on. Oh my gosh. It's hanging on by a thread. I don't want to cut into the figure. That's why I'm being careful. There we go. Alright. He is free. Wheeljack is free. Oh my goodness. Much easier than RC. Oh, he does have the instructions. Do I care to show you the Tales of the Beast Hunters story in this? I don't know. Fine, I might as well. Where's it at? It's right here. Alright. What's the tale this time? Wheeljack is willing to admit that he didn't think much of the idea that some kind of ancient Cybertronian arsenal was hidden in this solar system's asteroid belt. But now that the pitted, time-worn hulk of what is obviously a very old starship fills his view screen, he got to say he's impressed. What's more, his sensors detect vast reserves of power in the old ship's hold. When he and Bumblebee go aboard, neither of them is surprised when they find dozens of crates filled with strange weapons. Unfortunately, they're surprised when they turn to begin loading their ship only to find Megatron and Predaking blocking their way. Oh no! we'll have to continue the story with Voyager Optimus Prime. I've not had his instructions in about 11 years. I do have that Voyager Prime. I might end up doing a video on him. But yeah, there's Wheeljack's instructions. I don't think I'll need to refer to these again to add a weapon, because we have our disc launcher right here. We still have the rubber band on it. Come on. Come on. These are very dull nippers. They're very dull. Alright. There we go. It is released. Isn't this like Falcon disc launcher? Isn't that what it said? Does this like do anything else? Or does it... We'll find out. We'll find out. Let's find out right now, though. What does it look like on the box? Oh, so this like folds out into like a big old handle. Okay. How does this fold out? Okay, I see the hinge. So there's the handle. Oh, okay. So once you fold it out, you can shoot it. Is that it? Like a... Oh, okay. I don't know why that opens. Maybe you can like use it to like clasp on to guys. That's interesting. But yeah, it's essentially just a disc launcher. Pretty simple, pretty fun and effective. It's good old classic Beast Hunters weaponry. It almost looks like he has swords, though. But I don't think he does. I don't think these are removable. These are just a part of his design. They really look like removable swords, though. That is interesting. Look at that. And he has a lot of the swirly twirly plastic. He has it right there. I'm seeing a lot of it on his legs. Look at that. Coated. Not so much on the top, but definitely a lot on the legs. This is a really cool looking Wheeljack. He looks almost entirely remolded. The thighs aren't remolded, at least not from what I'm seeing. The torso, believe it or not, is not remolded at all. They kept that all the same. But the arms pretty much look entirely remolded. The bottom legs are pretty much remolded. This guy has a lot of new bits. One of the coolest new bits, in my opinion, is this head sculpt. Look at that head sculpt. He still has the classic Wheeljack mask. It almost looks like he has like these talon teeth bordering it. His little side things are now like this really nice gold. That just looks really cool. I'm loving all the added green as well, like on the shoulders. He still has the greens and reds, but it just definitely looks very spiky, very beasty. Can these like hinge like the original one? Yeah, because it kind of depends on... Oh, you can't really move them too much, though, if you do that. Because with the original figure, you're kind of supposed to transform it where the shoulders are a little bit more spiked and his arms are even lower. But this one, it seems like you really don't want to do that because you're going to collide with all that stuff back there. So it really seems like you want to keep the arms more straight. Me personally, with my old Wheeljack, which I can bring in right now, I usually kind of keep him down because I don't like him with a big old gorilla arm. Yeah, my old Wheeljack, I've had this guy for a long time. Excuse any little dirts or whatever you see. He's definitely an old figure. I probably need to give him a fig bath. But yeah, he's got... the new one still has the sword sheaths, but he doesn't come with the swords anymore. I really wish he had the swords. I think that would have worked really well for this mold. This is just one of the best deluxe molds from Transformers Prime. It's definitely one of the best. You can see the differences in the arms. The arms are actually smaller on the new one, surprisingly. Differences in the legs. The back, you can see where it's like totally redone to integrate this crazy like cape thing. It's so wild. I'm really digging it, though. Are the wheels the same? Yeah, the wheels seem to be the same. He doesn't have metal pins anymore, though. He has like plastic tabs. That's interesting. They kind of downgraded the wheel attachment. Yeah, this is cool. Definitely cool. I love the look of this guy, for sure. And he does have this big old disc launcher. We can go ahead and have him hold this. Can he? Yeah, he's got like some opening in the hand, but I'm afraid I'm going to break his hands. I hate this with certain Transformers where it's like, oh no, I don't want to break him. But like, how else is he supposed to hold it? Ah, geez. Oh, I don't want to do that. Is that how he's holding it on the box? Yeah, he's holding it on the box by these handles right here. I really don't trust this. Maybe I can like go in from the top and like feed it down. Because I really don't want to break the thumbs on this guy. Because that happened with a lot of these older Transformers where like you have to clip in stuff into the hands. Because these hands are hard plastic. Those are not pliable at all. Yeah, this might actually be a figure where I don't even want to give him the weapon. Because I'm afraid I'm going to break him. Like, I don't want to break this Wheeljack. I don't want to break the thumbs. Okay. Did I get it a little bit? I got it a little bit. Alright. Alright, I got it in there. Took a lot of finessing, that's for sure. A lot of finessing. I'm not even going to put the other one in. I've already proven you can. Yeah, this is neat. I guess you can, like... Oh, these, like, fold out more. Okay. So these are on, like, hinges. You can spread out these wings even further. Those are so odd. These wing things are so odd. Like, I guess you can have it like that. You could have it more like that. You could just re-angle those. Very interesting. It definitely collides with a lot of the other stuff. That's for sure. I do appreciate how you can kind of, rotate this around a little bit to reposition it as you see fit. Definitely, in my opinion, one of the lamer weapons out of the Beast Hunters guys. I think RC, even with the whole add weapon meme, as one of the cooler weapons. This one's just kind of odd for Wheeljack. I really think he should add 2 big swords. Or these things should have come off and been like swords he could use. So odd. Alright, let's get this out of his hand. I don't want him holding that right now. So it seems like it does kind of thin out down there. That's how you want to put it in. Where it thins out down there. And right here, it looks like it thins out on the top. So you want to put that in where it thins out. Alright, his articulation. What's he got going on? He's got a ball joint at the head. He has big old like ball joints at the shoulders, as well as a little bit of hinge for transformation. He has elbow joint. He also has like this joint as well, if you want to use that. He has a hinge and a ball joint at each wrist. Nothing at the waist. Ball joints at the hips. Swivel at the thigh. Hinged knee. And he has a ball joint at the ankle that gives him a little bit of an ankle pivot. So his articulation is great. I mean, it's the prime Wheeljack mold. It's not the most articulated because he doesn't have, like, sideways elbows. That's not really something that I was ever really missing on this guy. I was never like, oh, man, this mold doesn't have sideways elbows. It's horrible. I honestly really like the disc launcher on his back. I'll probably just keep it on his back. Looks kind of cool as, like, this big old mounted weapon. I like that. Alrighty. Here he is in his robot mode. Definitely digging this. Man, I can't wait to have the team all together. I think at the end, after I'm done talking about everything, I'll just do like a big Beast Hunters collection retrospective. Because I still need to talk about the beasts. I haven't even talked about the beasts. Because I have all them. I have all the beasts, so I could do that whenever. So yeah, let's go ahead and transform this Wheeljack into his sports car mode, I guess. Oh, that flung pretty fast. I'm very curious to see how this looks. And I might transform the old one too, just to compare. We'll see. I've not decided yet. So the arms, I'm pretty sure, are going to be the same, where we want to slide these out. Yeah, there we go. Rotate those around. Get that in. Yeah, this seems pretty simplistic, pretty much on par with the original. Alright, so this is where it seems like it's going to get different. We're going to want to take these pieces and put them together. That's going to fill that little space right there. And then these, I don't know what we do. Maybe those just kind of stay pointed back. But we're going to take the shoulders and we're going to make sure these are properly hinged and oriented. I don't know if I should be doing this before or after the legs, but we kind of have that in position. We're ready. We're ready to go with that. All right, and then the legs. I love the leg transformation on Prime Wheeljack because it has like this thing that moves and slides. Love that. And then that will slide down even more and tab in right there. Man, I'm loving all the spikes. I think the spikes look really cool on this guy. Alright. And that just totally swings around. Slide that down even more. Tab that in. Oh, it also seems like it has the holes in the front to put the swords as like the big old like tusks. Man, they really should have given him the swords. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't. But hey, I can't really stay disappointed at a toy that's 11 years old. I've already known that he hasn't had the swords. I've already known that for years and years. Alright, so it seems like this is a little bit more complicated because now we have these spikes in the way. It's not just going to come together as easily as before. So the hands, too, also kind of seem to be struggling to conform inside right there. Maybe we can get all this. Okay, so it seems like the shoulders tab in. It's hard to see where everything goes because all these new Beast Hunters bits are in the way. The transformation is definitely not as clear cut on this one as the original, and I think it's because of all these bits in the way. Like, look at this. There's all this stuff in the way, and seems like these tabs aren't wanting to tab in the side. Give me a second. Alright, I had to use some close proximity finger strength to get those tabbed in. Let's get the front tabbed back in. Let's get this tabbed in again. Oh my goodness. So many little panels and everything. Almost got it. Almost got it. And then these things, that's so odd. These things are so odd. Almost looks very like Ninjago-like. Look at this. This looks like a Ninjago set. Especially with these big things. Ninjago loves having like these big spikes sticking off. Yeah, this is very Ninjago. And that can just go on top and you could still launch the disc if you want. You know, that's kind of neat. Alrighty, here's the sports car mode for Beast Hunter's Wheeljack. Very cool, very cool, very, very spiky. For sure. He's got green spikes, gold spikes, red spikes. Everywhere a spike. Very fun, though. Very fun. I'm very curious. Let me transform my old one. I want to see how these compare. Alright, transforming the original was a lot easier than transforming this one. That is for sure. Yeah, I love the design of the alt mode on the original Prime Wheeljack. Very sharp, very angular. And this one just takes the sharpness and the angularness and just dials it up to like 15. This is ridiculous, but I love it. One thing I did do, I kept the swords off of the original because I'm really curious about how it looks with like the tusk swords. Because I think this would really add to the look. I'm, again, kind of disappointed they didn't include it. Oh, yeah, look at that, dude. Why did they not include the swords? Those swords look incredible. They really should have included the swords. That is nice. That just adds to the crazy. Oh my gosh. He still has the pegs on the feet too if you would want to like store the swords and just to give this Wheeljack the swords. Wow. That is so funny. Because you can see you can still store them down there. You want to give this Wheeljack those swords. This is so fun. I love it. Alt mode wise, this is probably one of the most oddly coherent when it comes to design philosophy and color scheme. And it does still, you know, look a lot like the original. It really does. But it just takes all the craziness and just dials it up so extremely. Alrighty, guys, there we go. Let me know what you think about this Beast Hunter's Wheeljack. This one's really cool. Definitely a favorite of mine among all of these. I think this guy's really fun, really unique. The sculpt is really cool. I don't think this sculpt ever saw any repaints, because I know some of the Transformers Prime Beast Hunter stuff did get repaints, but I don't think this guy ever did. I don't know. It would have been really cool to see him in, like, you know, other colors as another character. I think it would have worked really well. Alrighty, guys. Let me know what you think again down in the comments below. And again, special thanks to Jay Lively for letting me know about this eBay listing to make these videos happen. We still have Bulkhead to talk about out of the 3 I got on eBay, but after that, we're gonna go back in time a little bit. We're gonna talk about, you know, maybe some Soundwave action, definitely Megatron, and then we have the Predacons to talk about too. Loving this Beast Hunters retrospective. Definitely a nice little blast from the past in my Transformers collecting journey. There we go. Special thanks to channel members as well. Thank you all so much for the continued support. Have a great one, guys, and I will see you in the next video. I guess it can fly. They fly now.